This is Gerardo Del Real at the 2021 Beaver Creek Precious Metal Summit. I am here with the CEO of Outback Goldfields, Mr. Chris Donaldson. Chris, we shaking hands again?
We're shaking hands. Good to see you, Gerardo.
In the heck are you? It's great to see you.
No, I'm doing well. Doing well. Certainly interesting times, but it's good to get back out on the road and actually shake hands and see people again.
Well, listen, this is a new story to our audience, and you and I have known each other for years. You do great work on the philanthropic side. I'm very fond of that. You've done great work in the past with your prior company, but now you have a new role in a new company, and you're exploring in one of the most exciting parts of the world to explore for gold. Can you tell us a bit about Outback Goldfields?
Yeah, for sure. So I was almost 10 years of Western Copper and Gold up in the Yukon in Canada, and this is quite a departure. In October, I came over to run Outback Goldfields, which is a exploration play in Victoria, in and around the Fosterville mine. Of course, that area is getting a lot of attention right now because, first of all, for the Fosterville mine, which is the highest grade, lowest margin, or highest margin mine in the world. And also there's a bunch of junior companies that are hitting. Yes. And the knock on the area has always been there's only one Fosterville, but now we're seeing sniffs that there may be multiple, and they're experiencing what they're calling the second gold rush right now.
There's been some great success, E79, Moss and Gold, among others, right? You've hit some pretty nice high-grade numbers. Obviously with COVID and the supply chain bottlenecks and everything that's going on, it's a really interesting time to be drilling, to be exploring. Can you walk me through what that looks like right now?
Sure. I mean, we were fortunate enough to do a good raise and had a good response in just at the end of last year. So we raised $11 million and put together a team in Australia. You have to have one in Australia and one in Vancouver. Tough to travel there right now. But anyways, we have a full program slated. We have 4 properties. 3 of them are slated to have some exploration work this year. We were full of piss and vinegar, and then some of the lockdowns have slowed us down a little bit in the area. But those seem to be easing a little bit, and we've been able to do quite a bit of work so far. So one of the properties, Glenfine, we did some initial drilling. There was a historic mine there, and then a new target a couple hundred meters away, and we were just testing for continuity in between, and we had some good results in there, and it looks like that's proved out. And now we're moving on to Ewangroon, which is fairly exciting, and it's indicative of what's happening in the area. So underexplored, but there has been some historic drilling to a point where they would hit cover. So we're going in and around what the old Golden Jacket mine, which had historically drilled about 250 gram per ton. We're going to do a drill program to identify some targets of about 300 holes, and we've just poked the first few of probably 10 holes that we'll do right underneath the mine as well. So
you mentioned the financing. Walk me through the share structure and some of your big shareholders, because you have a couple.
Yeah, so we got about 70 million shares that were out. We acquired these properties from an Australian listed company called Petrotherm. Right. So we actually issued 33 million shares to them. It didn't go to them as a block. It went to their shareholders in specie is what they call it. So I have half my shareholder base is Australian, and the other is probably mostly based in Vancouver, but spread out all over. We're part of the Inventa Group, which is Craig Perry. Many of you may know Craig Perry from Vizsla and a number of other companies that he's part of. So they were the main kind of drivers in getting some of their followers in and investors in. And yeah, so we're well financed. We should be good for the next couple of years, and we've got a program underway. So
excellent. You mentioned 4 assets. I believe it's over 1,100 hectares.
Yeah, quite a bit more than that. That's just one of the properties there. One of them is about 45,000 hectares, right? So yeah, we've got a lot of projects, and that's part of our challenge this year is really breaking that down or getting down to maybe 4 or 5 really key targets, and that's what we're doing in what we're calling phase 1. And then our phase 2, which would start by the end of this year, will really be okay. Which are our horses, which we want to go with, and really put some money into those key areas.
So you kind of answered it, but what comes next? What can investors expect here in the next couple of quarters?
Yeah, so we're doing some soil sampling and so on, which can yield some results, but we do have a little bit of drilling at Ewangroon, which is could be be exciting, right underneath the Golden Jacket mine. We will have some other results coming from the Glen Find if they come out from the, if we finally get those assays, which we're supposed to get in the next couple of weeks, but I've been saying that for a month already. So yeah, more drill results, and then we'll be launching into our phase 2, which will be more drilling. So hopefully ramp up to maybe 2 or 3 drills midway through next year.
All right, Chris, exciting times.
Yeah.
Pleasure to see you again.
Good to see you. Thanks so much.
All right.